What's up, guys? Welcome back to the review space, and today, March the 6th, is a special day in video game history because today, the very last PS2 game, the final PlayStation 2 game, has been released. MLB 2K12 for the PlayStation 2, also available for the PS3, PSP, Xbox 360, and even the Wii and the Windows. This game is the final game to be officially released for the PlayStation 2. PS2 has been around for over 11 years. It is one of the most enduring, long-lasting PlayStation, not just PlayStation, but video game consoles in history, and the highest-selling video game console of all time. And I gotta tip my hat off, give props, and I raise my Canada Dry glass bottle to the PlayStation 2. Thank you for well over a decade of entertainment and arguably the best gaming experience of all time. PlayStation 2, MLB 2K12, final game of all PS2 history. Now, taking a look back, way back in, as a matter of fact, 12 years ago, a game called, I believe it's called Billiards. It was a billiards game that was actually considered the earliest PlayStation 2 game. Yeah, here it is. Q-Ball Billiards Master, released in February 29, 2000. So, definitely 12 years ago. Wow. It's got a Metacritic Metascore 65 out of 100, and it's actually not a bad game. You know, it's not a terribly received game. It's got really, mixed, relatively mixed reviews. Hot Games gave it an 80 out of 100. GameSpot gave it a 66, and I mean, this game is still, it's still like $3, used. So, I mean, it's still, there's still some value to this game, if not just for the novelty that this could be the earliest PlayStation 2 game ever released. So, it's developed by Ask Ornith, but I believe it was also, it's by Take-Two there you go, Take-Two Interactive, that's right. And I've never played it. I mean, it's a billiards game. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I've never even seen a copy of this game, so I think it would be a cool thing to actually own both the very first game, Q-Ball, and NBA 2K12, the final PS2 game. But the problem is that I'm not really a big fan of either genres of the video games. I'm not a billiards fan, and I'm not even a baseball fan. So chances are I'm not even gonna play MLB 2K12. But I mean, that's the thing with the PS2. The PS2's later years, especially this past couple of years, all it really had for it, the new games, or so-called new, were these ports. I mean, a lot of these sports titles that were basically just ports and just sort of, I mean, it's just, co-released for the PS2, but, they come out for the 360, the PS3, the current gen consoles as well, so they're just ports. I mean, the PS2 definitely it's seen better years. I mean, its peak years are definitely behind it. If I could put a year, what I thought was the peak year of the PlayStation 2, I might go with 2005. Yeah, 2005, the PS2 had a lot of phenomenal games released for it. It was well into the life cycle of the system, and developers were definitely releasing a lot of great quality games, especially first-person shooters. There was actually quite a lot of FPS games released in 2005 for the PlayStation 2. I believe God of War, the first one, came out in 2005 for the PS2, so just a lot of quality games that particular year, and long live the PS2, baby. And I mean, it's definitely my favorite console out of every single home console. It has all the genres that I need, that I crave: fighting, racing, first-person shooter, platforming, action, arcadey style, video game collections and anthologies. It's got pretty much everything I could ask for. So definitely long live the PS2. So that's it. I just wanted to make this short tribute video, and MLB 2K12. Final PS2 game of all time. So that's it for this episode of the Review Space. Check out the rest of the channel. And until next time, ciao.